A jury has reluctantly found 3 Extinction Rebellion activists who'd glued themselves to a DLR train in April guilty of obstructing a train. It's the first time a jury has decided upon the outcome of a case involving the climate change group, and it appears it wasn't easy for them. Here's our Home Affairs correspondent, Cathy Carpenter.
A DLR train going nowhere as police officers get to work removing its extra passengers. Extinction Rebellion activists Luke Watson and Cathy Eastburn glued themselves to the train roof during the group's protest against climate change in April. Another man, Mark Ovland, stuck his hands to the outside of the carriage. Today, a jury found them guilty of obstructing the DLR, but they told me they have no regrets.
It's exactly the same as if I was in a burning building and trying to get people out, maybe even break something to kind of help people get out. And to me, there's absolutely no difference. This planet is burning.
Do you have regrets about that action or not?
None at all. Absolutely very happy with what I did.
The protesters had hoped to defend themselves by arguing their actions were necessary in order to alert the world to the climate crisis. But before they could make their case to the jury, the judge ruled that defence would be inadmissible. And because of that, the protesters are now considering an appeal.
We have to look, and these activists have to look very carefully at whether to appeal, because otherwise what happens is that jury trials are meaningless. Juries will not be allowed by judges to hear the key arguments and evidence, the motivation people had when they took action in order to protect our future.
Although frustrated they couldn't discuss the climate emergency in court, the protesters believe being the first members of Extinction Rebellion to be tried by a jury was positive.
When they were asked for their verdict, they said, with regret, guilty. And I think the court clerk had even told them not to, because you either say guilty or not guilty, but they said with regret. So obviously they or a lot of them understood what we were doing and had sympathy for that.
The judge indicated they might escape punishment with a conditional discharge when he sentences them tomorrow. Cathy Carpenter, BBC London.
Well, that's it. It's late.